Yeah. For real, for real. My is real, for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. With the paper, see them lames later. Can't save her. Her stepped out, now she's saying what she really think. Really think. Really think. Open accounts no matter where we at. There and back. Eyes barely open. I never it once and she two. That means it's can't. But my explosive train to go. My chain to glow. Everything you see I paid for. Gang or crow. For real, for real. My is real, for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check Mike
50. Throw coming for Vic. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way.
All right, here we go.
Under 20.
Blue 90.
That's the magic number.
Blue 90.
20 points scored.
They could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Good job, D. Good
10
job.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because just
All right, now,
the
lucky
amount of time
56,
that you have in a
lucky
normal
56.
week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. You got the plays that work best for you. You know what you're looking for? Two of the freshest guys coming off of the last game.
Leopard!
You play on a
Leopard!
Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early
Anything
and
move,
often.
we hit
A
it.
gain of 4 that
Anything
time
move,
as the
we hit
drive
it.
continues.
You try that to the other side, not this side.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the out, watch the out.
Vic now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one
Now let's
got
go. 319. 319.
Mike's by 4.
first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy of starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it on by putting the ball in the end zone? 12 more yards there and another first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays. Throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Even.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
It's Perry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just look at the court.
I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
We got 3.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight.
Wide right. 3-19.
Here's Hines. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Lex.
Stick with it on first down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
That's it, baby.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Motion man. Watch 12. Watch 12.
Zoom. 3-19 to 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to like back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore.
Now it's on play. It's Hines. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
4 down.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen.
That's fine. Yeah.
And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
That's a tone setter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Oh, yeah!
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
You gotta stand up over there.
Hold
There's Hines on the toss play. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. He finds Sanders. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, come out of the gate, a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were smart with whatever they're doing, though. It's working really well.
A good run of 6 yards there, gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Second and goal from the 1.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and 8. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The one to throw on first down. Over the complete. That's Flowers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no! No, 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 check that, check that. We're going Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Hey, here we go.
First down, Vic. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Second down, Vic again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tight end. Tight right, tight right. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Jam him, jam him, jam, jam.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Now Vic's stripped. He lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that they're not more position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
That's fine.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe just a little bit.
Now it's Rodgers. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spotted on the upfield strike, so it's a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Detroit! Detroit!
Pick up waiting on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets a good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Shift.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Second down, Vic. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Gone!
Quick to throw. Buying time to his left.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains.
Direct snap to the upfield. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams,
over here.
They look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on
down.
getting a big shot. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Crash down. Crash. Run.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Hey, Lex!
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Go, run!
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh,
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hines, he's trying to carve out a bigger role in that Indy backfield. Here's 1st and 10.
Right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Back to him on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
Oko, over
Forcing
here.
the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Mike's 50.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Blue 58.
Watch twist.
Now
Watch
flags
twist.
will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves them to the 5 for another third and goal. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first
Hurry up,
and 10.
here we go. 3-19.
He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4 to bring up second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Let's go, come on.
Tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half,
3-19 tonight.
and they've had the ability to see the way to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hurry up, hurry up.
The 30, they'll come up with a second and 5.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55.
Hey, get in the weight room. No.
We are going.
Switch.
Hey.
Over. Roy.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Hey, check 26.
Tight end left. 3 down.
First down, past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Hey, we are going.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. Tight end are creating so many tough matchups now. You can't run with a tight end as a linebacker. This is going to be the result every time.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
We got four. We got four.
Running game will stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch 80. Watch 80.
Kelly, strong left, Kelly.
Play action. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Julio. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
That's
The
fine.
Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three.
319.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Strong right. Strong right.
On the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
319.
Pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Whip. Watch the whip.
No. Strong right. Strong right.
That's fair. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Come on, run.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Touchdown, baby. I see you over there.
Get reset.
Rodgers now to throw.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams
Watch it now, Barney,
to start
Barney.
a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try to get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good pick up there at 22. Boy, the evolution of the game. Get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off.
All right, now, lucky
You guys
56.
figure it out.
Lucky
When
56.
he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Gun!
The drag route's a pretty good one to run.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception. interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
They will indeed go for it. Vick being chased out left. And it is incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
Box it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? They feel right. You want to go for it here, we shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right
Over.
Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the realized he had the just chucked it free. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving. Not necessarily blocked very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
4 down.
Let's go,
You've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out.
Get reset.
But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Green 18.
Throwing his rivals on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there.
All right, now look at 56.
To throw, Vick. Finding some room at midfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. He's going to sling this deep depth. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You want to take care of it, but you don't being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
Green 18.
Looking to throw second down. Rodgers steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Baby, get him, boy.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they?
That's
Had
fine.
to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey, check 26. Green Egg United.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep
Go,
up
hey,
to
let's
the
go,
line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Surprisingly, this is the first run of the game for either team. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical.
Green 39.
They want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Gun!
Mike's by 4.
First down throw coming for Vic. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to
Hurry
win
up, here we
this
go.
one because holding it down was paramount. If they can get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
They're leading here in the 4th. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Tight end right.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. He sets to fire deep.
You can't block me.
He's got it at the 15.
You can't block me.
Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight highlight shows tonight the home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not
Watch
done
it now,
yet.
Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Once more. And that's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it in the lead. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Go to
As
50.
they head
Hey,
to
you
the
block
field
over
now,
here.
with the game
That boy's got four.
this
Down.
close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency
Hey.
for them going on offense right now. And affect their play.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Good job!
They'll run it in out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there that's good enough to move the chain.
Get there, get there.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Tight end's right.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
We know that
I
old
know you
expression,
felt that
it's
one.
not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your
Hey,
advantage. but
626.
It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. On play action. Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning
Jumbo!
point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Tight end right, tight end right. Three down.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Rodgers gotta have this one. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
You see me out
Picked
here?
off by
That's
Logan
right.
Ryan.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score. They come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception.
Check, Patriot,
They put their defense
Patriot.
in a really tough spot.
Both teams working on short
Hurry up,
rest.
here we go.
It's been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked
Interception
off
all
by the
day,
linebacker,
baby.
Jalen Smith. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Let's go, hey, let's
I
go,
think
come on.
that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in the right spot.
Yes, it's a way difference, right? As a receiver, if you're not wide open.
Gotta know that you're open, otherwise, just don't do it.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight end, keep it tight end.
Hey, where y'all going?
Kid 21. Check your hot read. Tighten up.
Here's Matt. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Boom!
We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Kelly, strong left, Kelly.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Stand on it. Green 19. That's fine, yeah.
Got it on the top. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Let's go,
come on. Third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Jackson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss.
Let's go, come on.
And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Kill.
They get it to him right left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And
All right, here we go. Green!
You've got to worry on defense. Of course, you want to get behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone that comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
See if they can cover all their bases.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
One last shot for Michael Vick. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, they were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. Still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we won't do it.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 503-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
the verses don't matter. And I'm so tired of not full of this stuff, any chit chatter.
These stacks of francs, but it ain't pink matter.
You was in a safe, blue pills in a mattress. Fraudulent, phony, I award you a